think it's changed in an incredible way. I think some of the barriers, not all, some of the barriers for people of color have been broken down. Um, I think that opportunities exist. Maybe they existed before, but I think the
More
exposure,
readily available.
they're more readily available now. I feel that it's changed a lot in that sense, but yet we're having so many troubling times with our schools. So it's kind of half of one, half of the other. The times have moved along. You would think that it's gotten
You know, I felt like the
incredibly
teachers
great.
really cared for me. That's the big part.
Yeah.
That you cared for me and understood my story. So I think at home and school, there's a definite correlation because of the relationship my parents have with the school. Nowadays, a lot of parents don't have the relationship with the school that they should have.
Unfortunately, the de-emphasis on learning to read and write. We've had so many new programs, innovative programs, and children still don't learn to read and write. And I think part of the problem is that we don't talk to them as if they can learn to read and write.
That was funny. But as far as the impact on education, the difference now is, to me, we have access to more things. You know, our children have access to more things. I'm just trying to figure out why we only have that handful that'll take advantage of it.
Oh, I've seen a lot of changes. You know, especially in the, from the phonics to the direct instruction. You know, there's all different types of programs that come out every year or every other couple of years. You know, and I always say that being an educator and growing up through it, you know, when I was growing up through it, you're not paying as much attention to, to the programs and things that are coming at you. You're just at school. But now being on the other side of the coin, I'm like, wow, every 2 or 3 years, things are changing or a new study comes out. Now we're going to shift back to this, and then, okay, now we're going to go and try this. At one point it was more whole language, and then it wanted to break it back down to phonics and which one is better, and the memorization. So I just think it should be a culmination of it all. But I've just seen those programs, and kind of as an administrator and as a teacher, you're just kind of waiting on, okay, what's coming next? What's the shift up again? That's kind of how I've seen it, especially being in education the last 12 years.
So just seeing the advancement in technology and how you can have a conversation with someone who's in Asia, and we can sit in Skype or we can have a teleconference. So in that instance, I think things are really, really well. But the flip side of the technology, what I'm seeing with this generation is that they are less apt to use their minds to actually try to figure out things. I'm a big believer in pushing people beyond what's comfortable to help make them better, to help build them. That's how I was kind of reared, and I'm so glad that I was, because you never can beat anybody at telling their own story. You're the best person to tell your story. So students even now, Miss Davis, how you spell special? Excuse me, what's the first letter? S. Or they want to go and try to Google it, or expect that I'm in Microsoft Word and it's going to fix it for me automatically. My first response, go get the dictionary. They don't want to pick up books. Students these days do not want to pick up books. The video game industry has taken over a lot of this. I grew up on Nintendo, liked it, but there's a time and a place for that. And it just kind of makes me sad that a lot of this generation, where it comes to even social cues and having a conversation, it's just not there. They're uncomfortable sitting still and looking someone in their eye and trying to have a conversation. So we need a lot of work with just humanity.